This is the Storm Warning Show. Turn the radio up. Let's go. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. You're listening to the Storm Warning Show at BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up. BKS1, BKS1, BKS1Radio.com. Turn the radio up.
Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hey, I'm the queen of comedy some more, and right now you're rocking with BKS1 Radio, and this is the Storm Warning Show. Hey, I'm
good. It's your brother from another mother, J. Rooted Damager, representing, and I'm checking out the Storm Warning Radio Show with DJ Storm the General and Hurricane Kiss on BKS1Radio.com. You know what time it is. Tune in. Peace.
Go.
Hey, what's up? I'm Chauncey Black. I'm Eve Williams.
I'm Mark Middleton.
I'm Levi Allure.
And we are Black Street.
And you're watching the Storm Warning Show. Yo, diggity?
No doubt.
Storm Warning, not warning.
He got it.
Go.
Yo, shout out to everybody on the check-in. It's your man in the building. I'm excited tonight.
Yes.
As always.
As always.
On Thursday. Shout out to everybody on check-in, man. You're on the official Storm Warning Show. BKS1 Radio TV. No matter what platform you're watching us on, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, the app, whatever, we are in the building.
Absolutely.
Another Thursday night. Gonna have a great show for y'all tonight.
Shout out to everybody already tuning in.
We got a guest in the building. We got a black business owner in the building.
Yes, me too.
We also are going to talk about some things that might make some of y'all upset. As always, you know how we do on the Storm Warning Show. So no matter what platform you're watching us on right now, just go on your share button and just share it out. Just click the button just like that. Share it out. Share it out. We are in the building. But first and foremost, I got to introduce my co-host.
Do we? No, I'm just kidding.
One of my favorite Puerto Ricans. 1/3 of the R&B group Allure. We affectionately call her Hurricane Kiss.
Affectionately, that means you like me a little bit. Just a little bit.
You're going to the right, as always, right?
As always.
Double?
Double.
You going to do the double? Okay. Hey.
That's the norm shuffle. And again, another week, and we didn't do our homework again.
next week for sure we have to get you your theme music.
I need my own theme music.
You need your own theme
All right,
music.
no
Come
doubt,
on,
no
we
doubt,
can't
no
keep
doubt.
doing this, man.
But shout out to
as always, every Thursday night
Yes.
would not be possible. The Storm Morning Show would not be a possibility. Would not be for this man right here, my man, 100 grand DJ Storm, Norm the General.
Listen,
El Jefe.
Thank you.
He
I
likes to be
appreciate
called El Chocolatito.
You funny. You are funny. But listen. Again, going to be an awesome show tonight.
Yes.
But first and foremost, how have you been? I just want to know.
I'm good.
You been good?
I'm giving myself grace. Yes,
All right,
I'm not
all right.
gonna complain. I'm just gonna, face life's adversities and keep it pushing.
So we got some things popping that's coming.
Oh wait,
up.
but I gotta shout out my bestie in the building. She ain't on camera, but I gotta shout out my bestie Shaniqua.
Shout out to Shaniqua in the
Came to
building.
hang out with us today.
No doubt.
Yes.
No doubt. Then I'm shouting out one of my boys, man. He listens in the building too. He in the secret room. You can't if you don't see him on
If you don't
camera,
see
they
him
in the
on
secret
camera.
room.
Right.
He's in the building. All right. So shout out to my piece, man. Long time. We go back like my hairline. So y'all already know how far that's back.
Your hairline ain't that bad. You keep your
Oh no, it's back. It's back. I'm in LL mode. I wear the hat all the time.
First of all, LL's bald. Now when you get to Stevie,
now he's showing it.
When you start looking like Stevie,
Now
love
he's
you,
showing
Stevie,
it.
but then
Now he's showing it.
Yeah.
So anyway, listen, we got some things that's popping off. And it's going down, man. Shout out to NJ Pack.
Yes,
listen,
absolutely.
right now, April 27th, it's going down at NJ Pack. All right. That good R&B.
Yes.
That
The other
90s,
chocolate drop.
2000 flavor R&B.
Yeah.
None other than
Tyrese.
Tyrese and John B.
yes.
So that's going down April 27th. Get your tickets now at njpack.org. And they will be
Ready for an intimate evening. Tyrese. Up close and personal. It's Tyrese live. April 27th at NJ Pack with special guest John B. An intimate evening with Tyrese. Tickets at Ticketmaster. Brought to you by SJ Presents. Get ready for an intimate evening. Tyrese.
April 27th. So go to njpack.org and get your tickets.
Yes.
Now, look, this is going down if you're local, right? If you're local in the Union County area and you know something about Miller's Ale House right there on 22, I will be in the building April 8th. This Tuesday, April 8th is from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's going down right there. I will be in the mix doing what I do in the ones and twos. Karaoke Tuesdays. So come on out, have some fun. Jump on that mic.
shout out to MC Naughty.
Shout out to MC Naughty. Select the song and rock it, do what you do. Also, I'm going to be doing what I'm doing on the ones and twos. You know what I'm saying?
Might get a little karaoke out of you.
Maybe, but I'm
hit the vibrato.
gonna be rocking. I'm gonna be playing some of them classics.
Yes,
we rock grown folk style.
Yes.
So that's going down this Tuesday. All right, April 8th, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Miller's Ale House, and that's on Route 22 in Watchung, New Jersey. Also, I'm excited.
Booked and busy, baby.
Yeah, I'm booked and busy.
I'm excited
Shout
about
out,
this one, though.
Yeah. Shout out to all my people. Shout out to Jonesy. And the whole family over there at Pix 11. I will be on Pix 11 News.
May 16th.
Yes, May 16th. It's going down. New York's very own Pix 11. I will be on there, and I'll be the featured DJ on there, as well as get my little interview. So I could tell people what's going on and everything. So make sure y'all tune in to that. Again, that's May 16th, and I think it comes on between 9 and 10 o'clock.
9 and 10 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So tune in and check me out, man. I'll be on Pix 11. Doing what I do. So there's a lot going on. Also, NJ Pack. If you like old school music, they're doing a 70s soul jam, right at NJ Pack. This is going down May 31st at NJ Pack. It will be the Stylistics, the Delphonics, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Oh, that's a good one.
Heat Wave, and many, many more.
That sounds like fun.
It's going down.
Yes.
All right, so if you like them old school classics, you know what I'm saying, them 70s, just let the sideshow begin.
Oh. Step right on in. Come on, vibrato.
Can't afford to pass it by. So you didn't know. I can get that going there. You know what I'm saying? I went from here to here. All right, so make sure y'all check that out. NJ Pack is going down May 30th. NJ Pack, or get your tickets, man. It's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
Yeah, it's going to be off the chain. Blue Magic, just everybody going to be up in the building.
Classic. That's classic.
All right, classic day. Now, again, let's talk about why we here. And everything. And again, shout out to everybody on check-in. I'm going to make it so I can see comments and everything like that. And we'll give you the phone number, but don't call in right now. Let us get to our guests. But the phone number is, I'll put it right there over her head, is 646-233-1302. Again, that's 646-233-1302. All right, so you can call in if you want to shout out our guests, if you want, if you owe Ulysses money, whatever. Call in and just, shout us out, all right? But without further ado, let's bring on our guest. And I want him to say, because, listen, I mess up a name in the segment.
We were in here contemplating.
Trying to figure out how to pronounce
the pronunciation of your last name. But I want to see who was right.
Let me bring him on right now because I told you every week we'll be featuring a Black-owned business.
Yes.
All right.
As we should.
Yes. But... I know him as Jerry, but you are officially in the building now. Welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, yes, basically, it's an African last name. So, my name is Jerry Fosu. It's from West Africa, Ghana.
Well, I got the wrong last name.
I was completely wrong.
You have my middle name also, which is Jerry Atusi Fosu.
We're going to fix this right now. So,
I said that before, right?
After Jerry... Spell the last the last.
Spell the middle name, then I'll give you the last name. So the middle name is AtsutsE, and then the last name is Fosu. OSU. Yes.
Bruh.
But I'm best known in the area in most places as Africa 121. That's with a K.
Africa 121.
Yes.
All right. See, I like getting names right. When you representing and you branding, you got to get them names right. Well, first and foremost, brother, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you are the owner of Sankofa Builders.
Yeah. So most people say Sankofa, but from the language is Sankofa.
Sankofa.
Yeah. So Sankofa Constructions, and also we have the nonprofit, which is Sankofa Builders Inc. What we do is started years ago with the construction company. After coming out of school, learning some of the trades, and then just facing adversities and owning your own company and doing things, we decided to go ahead and advocate more with our nonprofit with the Sankofa Builders Inc.
So I got to ask you this. First and foremost, I want to say I'm proud of you.
Yes,
that's first and foremost. And second, where did your whole love for construction come from? Where did it come from?
Punishment.
Let's go.
Okay, so I come from two parents from Ghana, West Africa, and I had the privilege of being there from the age of 1 to 5. After our father passed away, me and my twin brother, my older brother, came back, and we grew up in Newark. So I'm from Brick City, born in Brick City. Got in a lot of trouble as a young youth, and by the age of 15, it was either go to West Side, and everybody knew what West Side was in the 90s. My mom decided to send the three of us, me, my twin brother, and my younger sister, back to Ghana. So when we went there, we actually got involved with building her house and a couple homes. So that's when I got the love for construction. And got back here in 2000, was doing some work at Stearns, doing retail, and saw the Job Corps, program, decided to go there, learn the trade, but I was still, still a bad boy, still being in the streets and things like that. But I was also going to these classes just to get the trade.
Right.
I graduated there, ended up at the International Masonry Institute where I learned masonry. Came back in 2003, back to the community, and ended up getting a job for Irvington Township as the town mason.
Nice.
So I was just doing that, cool out, and I saw there was a need for a lot of my friends. I got tired of being the one paying when we go to the club for drinks.
Right.
So I would get work on the weekends, and I was looking for laborers all the time. So my guys was just like, "Yo, you going outside? Why don't you look at us? We could do certain things," and it was right. So I started picking them up, doing work on the weekends, and they were making more money than they was making doing on the block during the week. So in 2008, I decided to actually go a little bit more into it. So I started running the company, getting guys, putting projects together. And in 2012, I officially opened the company. And then from then it's just been trials and tribulations all the way till 2020 when COVID hit, and something had to be done. And I was just through the trials and tribulations, just running a company, trying to bring people and teach them the trade. You notice that there was a lack of skill training, and there's also a lack of opportunity. And one thing that I realized was just the opportunity and just having that encounter, just having the capability, just go back home and just do the construction, made it an option on my plate. And I noticed the guys around me started becoming options on their plate because we were doing it and they were seeing it. So in as soon as the COVID happened, I had a lot of things happen to me at the same time. Guys was getting checks, so they weren't coming in working as much. I started subbing out jobs to different companies, and one of the projects that I was on had a major fire. So took my company a very good drastic hit, and I ended up, honestly, right down the street when they started building this complex here across the street. I was in my vehicle next to the park, and I was just sitting there trying to figure out what to do, all the complications. And before I was going to give up, basically, I heard a voice say, okay, now it's my turn, pretty much. Let me, you've given your turn, now let me do what I'm going to do with you, pretty much.
Right.
So I sat there, I woke up in the morning, I'm looking at, well, it was a whole bunch of concrete trucks because they was pouring the concrete, making so much noise. And I'm looking, I'm noticing that there wasn't a representation of myself. People like me, and I'm like, you know what? I've noticed this for years everywhere I go. So I said, before this building is done, I'm going to have a way where we're going to have more of us in the construction trade. So I started going around, going to different trade schools, different nonprofits, and trying to figure out how can we bring this to the community. After going around for a while, shout out to Greenleaf Plumbing, guy who basically been with me since the 80s also. I started working with him. He owns a plumbing company. And during that time, I would just be writing my instructor's guide, which is the first book that I wrote, which is the instructor. So we wrote the instructor's guide. Thank you. So I wrote the instructor's guide, then I started, going to the same nonprofits, same institutions to see what they thought about it and how life. So a lot of people had attention to it, but then it was still that small concept of where you're going to get the material and things. So then I went further and started putting the materials together in these 5 books that we have here.
Wow, nice.
For the construction. So basically we have carpentry, plumbing, electrical, welding, masonry, and now we also included solar panel installation. So once those got done, I realized that, okay, we have books, but we needed some kind of certification.
Right.
So I just did what's natural. I started emailing every department, from the Department of Labor, Board of Education, the Apprenticeship Network, and after some months, I got a call from the director from D.C. Who said they got a copy of my material, and they wanted to turn it into a registered apprenticeship program. So they assigned the agent, Nicole, in New Jersey, who's been working with me. And in February 21st of last year, we got the 4-year registered apprenticeship school, which consists of 527 hours of technical and 8,000 hours of on-the-job training. So guys will be working directly with companies to get their on-the-hand training. And after this, they get a national certification that they could use across the whole United States.
Wow.
And we just found out also that people who've been in the industry who have years but don't have that certification, we can actually test them out. They could come, go through the program, we test them and see where they belong within the time span, and they could get their certifications quicker. So we've just been working on that avenue. For the last 18 years, I've been in the city. Since 2000, I've been in the city, but for the last 18 years, I've been knocking on the city's doors, dealing with community development, economic development, and the mayor recently. And we just was given the South 2nd Street Youth Center, the old building.
The mayor, Mayor Adrian Mapp.
Shout out to Mayor Mapps, and shout out to Zenobia Fields, with the Economic Development Director, and Drew, the assistants. They've been helping us out, and we finally was able to get a great deal with that school where they've offered us, was it $1 a month for the next 75 years? So we're going to be bringing that registered apprenticeship program to the city of Plainfield, and we're going to be stretching out to anybody that pretty much within the state, outside the state, that can make it to the location. We'll be training them there for now because we do have the capability to open other locations. We are working in Syracuse to open up a location, South Carolina. So we're just trying to build as we're going now that we have this program where we're actually diving into understanding even more so that we can give the best quality training directly to the community and not have to go, to all these different situations.
So wait a minute, did you say $1 a month for 75 years?
Yes. So that's the deal, and because we're bringing what we're bringing to the city. They had a great meeting with my agent from the Department of Labor who explained the program to them, and it's a win-win for the city, for the people, for the training center. So this is exactly what we've been working on, and it's just one part of the chapter because now we got to get the school going and make sure that we're turning around good quality workers for the construction industry.
Did you have the support of the council people as well in Plainfield?
Yes, we did. So
any names you want to shout out?
Miss Cherry Hills, Miss Cherry over there.
Julian Cherry?
Yes.
Julian
Cherry
Cherry
over there.
She's a good one.
So many. I got Wyatt, Mr. Wyatt over there. He's been helping the Board of Education. We've definitely been dealing with them, and we're going to be bringing a cohort within the school system, which would transition them into the apprenticeship program. Not to mention the Public Works and the Housing Authority. Over the years, the Housing Authority has always been giving me projects where I've been able to have the capability to keep training people, and now we have the whole thing in full circle. So definitely shout outs to housing and the city of Plainfield.
No doubt.
That's awesome. And just basically also the city itself.
So they all work together to green light it.
Yes.
That's how it has to be. That's how it should be. Yeah. So shout out to the city of Plainfield because that's something we definitely need. Got to clap that up. Now, you know me, I do my homework. So, I want you, after I show it, just to explain what's happening right here. Okay.
Uncle Canvas.
So we're just going to sheetrock on the ceiling, 5/8 on the ceiling, due to fire regulations and stuff. Give them the time rating for people to be able to get out. So there's reasons why we have 1/2 inch on the walls. There's reasons why we have 5/8 on the ceiling. And in some of these properties, you might have to do firewalls, commercial properties. So you'll use 5/8 on the walls also and double them up.
Measuring tape right there.
Understand our sheetrock. You have to know your basics and materials that you're using. Right. Sheetrock comes in standard 4 feet wide, 8 foot long. What I'm trying to do right now is find out where our whole sheetrock is going to land. So he's going to measure from the wall. So according to my measurement, my sheetrock does not fall on the beam. So we're going to put our sheetrock at 89 inches. I need 89 inches. Sure that you have nailers on the end, so we're going to get it nailed up. See, a lot of times in the industry, you see that going on. This is a no. Corners different, depending on your skill level, you get better. That's a no. Also using 12 and 8. Alright. Typically, a lot of us use these in the field. And you notice my stroke, naturally, I stopped doing what I was doing before. I'm gliding.
Let's clap it up for him, man.
I love a lesson.
Yes, because He talking about, it's the wrong with me. I'll be using a butter knife.
I was about to say, I'll be at the house thinking I'm doing something because it lasts for a while. I don't use a spoon before. I'm not even judging.
Shout out to you, man. And it's like, because a lot of times, trust me, I tried to fix a hole in my wall. I made it bigger.
Really?
Yeah, I made it bigger. I did it all wrong.
I'm actually pretty good at it, but I know it ain't.
So yeah, I will be calling you, but
that's what I wanted to ask you. You obviously travel, right? Because I'm just thinking about the state of like especially in New York. When you look at, I don't know if you're familiar with like the NYCHA system.
Yes.
How the apartments are breaking down. Like I know so many people that live, within the projects and stuff like that, and apartments are like they look gutted out, and people are living in these apartments like that. So, are you open to going? Because I don't know if that's allowed. You know what I mean? Like I know NYCHA has their own system, but
so at
has
the
anybody
moment,
ever like?
Well, I
hired
do
you for
have
that?
people in New York City, and actually we just got off a conversation with the Department of Labor in New York. So I have advocates over there who's been pushing the program also, and we're in talks with NYCHA over there. Also in PA, we also are dealing with a couple of different agencies over there to bring that type of training to those communities. So we have been reaching out and just been, like I said, I've been moving from the whole East Coast, basically running around just to get this directly to our communities because I know it's needed.
Let's see, somebody, shout out to Ronald McCrae, said, I heard about this bro whom I was supposed to meet a couple years ago. Deborah Dow told me about the brother, Ronald McCrae. So, yeah, so he's here now. So if you want to call in and ask him a question or whatever, please feel free to call in. Y'all can call in 646-233-1302. You're on the official Storm Warning Show. And we are here with the owner of, I got to say Sankofa, because I ain't got that dollar, Sankofa.
I've been saying it's Sankofa too, but then my sisters, it was like, no, you got to say it correctly. It's just Sankofa.
Your sister's like, you know where you from.
Right. Yeah. So the meaning of Sankofa is basically, Sankofa is to go back and retrieve. So that's, my life has always just resonated with just that concept. Me going back and retrieve from the time I was born, having the opportunity to go back at the age of 1, come back at 5, go back at 15. Right. Everything about life is going back and picking up some type of things, whether it was going back and picking up my trade to get back at it. So it became the motto, which is wisdom from the past to build our future. Or if you say in our language is, you know what I mean? So try to make everything about some kind of purpose, and with that, we could propel forward.
Facts. So tell me, what's going on right here?
So right there, looks like they're doing siding. So we're doing a little siding. These guys are bending aluminum flushing to cap around the windows. In the earlier video that you showed, that was actually a housing authority project. We were redoing the kitchen ceilings and putting up cabinets in that one. So as you can see, they're actually wrapping the post on this picture on this house, if I recall. This here is the UPS Center here in Plainfield on 7th Street in Arlington. So it was one big building, and they need us to put up a firewall to split the building. And that's what we're doing here with metal studs instead of wood. So basically build a double firewall wall on both sides of this one.
So let me ask you about the training facility in South 2nd Street, right?
Yes.
So is it up and running now, or
we're
still
just
trying
getting
to get
into
funding?
it? Yeah, we're still trying to get funding for the location. The city did give it to us, but we still have to get the renovations done. And I mean, we're a construction company and a training program, so our main objective is to get the classrooms going on the first floor, and then as we raise more funds, we start to put together labs and so forth within the building.
What's the funding goal?
So when we looked at, for the whole total roof and everything, we're looking at about $750,000 to get that property put together.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a little bit short, but definitely. So how could people donate or help out with the funding?
So they could reach out to Sankofa Builders at sankofaconstructions.com. Reach out to us that way. Also through Sankofa Builders Group at gmail.com. go on our website, sankofabuilders.com. All the information is there. We can do it. That's what I noticed. I started this with no funding at all. I just decided that there was a will, there will be a way.
Right.
And continuously, doors has been opened, or what would you say? We knock down doors if we have to, and it's propelling. So it's a community program, and with the community and with the back end, I know that it's going to be achieved. So.
Right.
I like how you started off the show by saying, like, when you came up, you used to get in trouble, you was involved in this, whatever, and then you took a trade, whatever. So, are you finding brothers that was like yourself coming to you asking for your help?
Well, that was the main goal from the beginning. So, from the inception of this program, I've always had guys directly from the street that I was dealing with because I came from that. So that was the main goal. And I have guys who have seen it over the years who have come and have actually turned their lives around also, where they're doing, whether it's fencing, landscaping, or just becoming entrepreneurs in their own way. So it's just a consistency of now with the nonprofit, we're not just basically gauged around just construction. The nonprofit actually deals with just helping people get their businesses together, get entrepreneurs the resources that they need so that they can also play a very huge role in just the whole business world itself. There's so many different parts of doing a business that we're not aware of. So just having this institution gives us that capability to have workshops, seminars, and things in that nature.
Do you find with what you're trying to do is competitive? Like you have people that's kind of like, why him?
Well, sort of and no. I come from a background. I didn't come from a background of an education point of view and said, okay, let me create a training program. I was actually in the industry. I've been in it for over 25 years. I went through trade schools myself, so I had a direct experience of how these things could work. And when I decided to go ahead and run, it was because I had the capability, I had the knowledge, and I had the set skills to be able to put it together. Right. And then I had the group of body of people to help me bring everything together. So I look at it as trying to create a worker who's going to basically be helpful, not just trying to get numbers. So a lot of programs, they're just trying to get these government checks.
Right.
They're trying to put guys in for 10-hour OSHAs or so forth, where I want you to have a career. At the end of the day, when this program is over, I don't want you to have to go fill out a form or application. I want you to be able to create your own company and be an entrepreneur. I was blessed to have hand skills. One thing I know that with my hand skills, no matter what, even on my worst days, I've been able to get up, go plaster a chimney, and make 1,000. I was able to, no matter what, I didn't need to qualify, sit down for interviews, and have somebody okay me to come work for them at my worst. And that's the one thing that when I look at history, a lot of our movements, as far as the civil rights movements, was backed by plumbers, carpenters, and so forth, tradesmen.
Facts.
And some point along the way, it was taken out the school systems, and it was by design. So us understanding that having trade skills is definitely needed within the community, which is far better than just recycling people through the prison systems. If you take those systems, you put rehabilitation systems as far as training programs directly, they're not going to be out there searching for money the way they're searching for money.
Right.
Now they have actual skills, and they could be somebody. So that's what.
Right. Yes. Absolutely. So I have a question, right? Because I've seen it just in general, but is this program strictly for men, or do you also have women that come through there who want to learn a trade?
Construction was never strictly for men.
No, I know that.
Yeah,
so
the program is directly for everybody, females, gents. So there's many aspects of construction, and the misconception, a lot of people think you need strength and so forth.
Right.
There's many trades that, from painting, spackling, that's just the physical aspect. You have architecture, you have surveying, you have plan drawing, you have estimators. You have so many parts of construction that we've been hidden from that a lot of people don't know. Right now, we're in this day and age, we have media. We need people to come in, document our products, put it out there, market our products. So there's so many different components of the construction, and it's just bringing it to the forefront so people can experience it.
Right. Right. Yeah. Salute to that. So, yes, you can call in. Ron said he wants to call in and talk to the brother. Listen, feel free to call in. Again, the number is 646-233-1302. This is interesting to me because just the fact of, you got the training facility and you've been doing what you've been doing for a minute and everything. There's such a lack of diversity. When you think construction, right, and owner, I hate to say it, a lot of the owners don't look like us.
Right.
The people that's in charge, really in charge, don't look like us.
Right.
And we need more of us doing these type of things. And again, I'm not saying this in a negative light, but we got tons of rappers. We got tons of ball players.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We definitely need more of us to represent.
We got
tons
of models. That's caller from the 732. Caller from the 732. State your name, where you calling from. You on the Storm Warning Show.
Yeah, this is Ron.
Hey, Ron.
This is Ron McCray. How's everybody?
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Listen, and I want to say this. I don't want to take up too much time because it'll take too long. I want to say, as I always say, it's a time and season. This brother right here is what I've been looking for when I was doing construction and home repairs and whatnot. I couldn't find any. Matter of fact, I had to fire my own nephew years ago. But this brother, his story is exactly, and he made progress through his journey and what I was trying to do, and I was out there by myself and playing all around. But like I said, don't have enough time, but believe me, I know exactly what this brother's talking about. I would definitely love to have a conversation with him as well as invite him to our show.
Definitely, no doubt.
Thank you.
Go ahead, say something to the brother.
I appreciate you recognizing all the work that's been out here. I do have a body of team of people that keep us motivated, and we keep pushing what we believe will be a major change with economic freedom within our community. So I appreciate you. I love to come on your show. Also, push this mission as further as we can.
All right, Ron.
Absolutely.
So you heard it.
Thank you.
You heard it right from the brother himself. Listen, we appreciate you. We thank you for listening, and thanks for calling in.
You got it now.
Thank you, Ron.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you right now, to me, this is why at the start of the show, I just said I'm proud of you because, again, it needs to be more of us, and, involved in things like this, and for the fact, man, our city, the city that I represent, Plainfield, assisted you on this journey. Salute to the city of Plainfield, man. Salute to the mayor and all the names you mentioned. You said the mayor, you said White, you said Julian Cherry, you said more names, Zenobia, Fields. Just everybody that assisted you on this journey, man. Tracy Brown, everybody, man. I mean, this is something that's needed when you could give somebody, because listen, we all make mistakes in our lives.
Absolutely.
And some of us end up getting incarcerated or in trouble or whatever like that. And then like the whole purpose though, unless you did something really, really, really crazy, but the whole purpose of when you get locked up is to be rehabilitated.
Right.
And so a lot of people coming out like, I'm not trying to come out and do the same thing, like, does anybody have something for me? Can somebody help me get to that next step?
Yeah.
And and there's nothing.
But it's even more impressive and just dope in itself, because I think for the most part, people expect us to always kind of, hit the old dusty trail and go the wrong way. And once we start making poor decisions, they expect us to keep on doing the same thing. So it's awesome to see you being in this position to be able to encourage somebody else, who might be still on that same road, because we have, it's not just the young ones. Sometimes we have full adults that don't know where to go. They're, they're facing adversities as well, but they feel like, hitting the streets and doing other things, it's more purposeful, and it's not. So hopefully you speaking to our audience and anybody who may be listening to the sound of your voice can be encouraged by that, because that's incredible to even have all that material. I've never met anybody, who's had a construction anything that had manuals and stuff. I've never seen this. Seriously.
Yeah, he got the
crazy.
books, and shout out to
it's a beautiful thing.
My good friend Ulysses, because he had brought the brother to my attention, and he kept saying, Norm, you got to get him on the show. You got to get him on the show. But life be life.
Yeah.
But we finally made it happen. You know what I'm saying? We finally made it happen because people need to hear this. This is what people need to hear. Yeah. And again, we're going to get to the hot topics and everything on the show. We're going to go in and do what we do on the Storm Warning Show. But this is why each and every week I want to feature a black-owned business, a black-owned entrepreneur. So you can see that we're,
that it's possible.
It's possible, and there's a lot more to us.
There's stuff out here for everybody.
Yes.
Seriously.
I mean, the data don't lie.
Right.
If you guys had a second, because I don't want to give the wrong data, but if you Google the construction industry by demographic, by race, numbers would probably sound like this: 55% white, 37% Hispanic, 11 and something percent black, and then it's about 4% or something others, Asian or other. That's just in the demographic. When you research the contracts that are awarded to construction companies, the one that sticks out to me most is the one for our people. 1.1% of all major construction contracts are awarded.
1.1?
Yes. You Google it, and that would be all you need is fact why it's needed.
And you know the crazy thing about it, and I got to bring this up, right? So with this whole big thing that your president's doing.
Why you point? Don't point at me. He ain't my president.
With eliminating DEI, right?
Yes.
So people don't know. It goes as deep as when you eliminate something like DEI, a lot of black contractors and black construction companies are losing contracts.
Right.
Once he did that, because, the people in power said, okay, well, the president said we could do it, so we know we gave you a contract before, but we taking that away from you now. So a lot of that is going on across the country right now, where we're losing contracts for a lot of different things because of this move. So again, when people don't realize the significance of eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion, because they say DEI like it's the N-word,
right? Yeah,
which is not. So when you talk about eliminating diversity, equity, and inclusion, you're talking about taking away a contract from a hardworking brother like this that owns his own company that just happens to be black. And the only reason it was taken away is because he is black. And they feel as though he didn't deserve this contract, right? When he already, he did his numbers already. Yeah. And he's shown improved.
Everything to show for it, right?
Yeah. So again, another reason why I applaud you, and I applaud this city. This is why I love, my city. I love Newark and everyone, but I love Plainfield because I see how they reach out to help people that have certain skill sets and put them in a position to teach other people that skill set. I mean, they're doing it with me with teaching DJing. So they got me now teaching DJing at the Plainfield Performing Arts Center. So I'll be teaching. Anybody want to come and learn, and they're not charging.
Right.
So they're taking care of me, but it's going to be free classes, for anybody that want to learn DJing, whatever. And I'm going to teach you the history, where it began to where it's at now. So it's not like I'm just going to be like, okay, yeah, move this button.
Right.
No, you're going to get the full history from me. And by the time you leave my class, you're going to be able to make some money playing some music.
Right.
So, and that's why I applaud you. And I'm quite sure by the time somebody train with you, they're going to know how to spackle and put up some sheetrock and whatever like that. All the things I can't do.
This time without a spoon and a butter knife.
Yeah, with the proper tools, not the butter knife.
Like the saying says, each one teach one.
That's right.
Yeah. Shout out to Tracy Abrams on the check-in. I see you, Tracy Abrams.
Terry Benjamin.
I see y'all checking in. Dennis I know you hanging, you in there. I see you in there. Shout out to Big Trav. Oh, shout out to
Hey,
DJ
Trav.
Big Trav. I see you.
Oh, my baby's watching. Sandy.
Again, she put the website. You put the website.
Yes, I did.
Into the comments section. Just again, contact this brother. Reach out to this brother. You may need a job done.
Yeah.
Or whatever the case may
Absolutely.
be. You know what I'm saying? Or you may want to get your son involved with that training. And be one of his employees with his business. You know what I'm saying? So. Again, each one teach one. Again, brother, I appreciate you coming on the show. Shout out to my boy Ulysses for bringing you here on the show. And he didn't bring me nothing to drink though. But it's okay. But known him for years. He just forgot about me. No, I'm just kidding. But listen. Again, reach out to this brother and get involved with that training.
Yeah.
Yes. It's for all ages, 16 and up. Doesn't matter how old you are. If you want to get economic freedom through the construction trades, we have the results and the solution.
You heard it. Again, give them your contacts where they can reach you at.
So you can reach us at Sankofa Builders at sankofaconstructions.com and also Sankofa Builders Group at gmail.com, or just go straight to the website, sankofabuilders.com. And that's Sankofa, SANKOFA, builders with an S.com.
All right. Listen. Super dope.
Yeah.
Again, get them skill sets up. We need more than just rappers out there. I'm telling you, we need more than just Instagram models.
I used to be a rapper.
Yeah, I'm saying. Even though at my age now, I still got a rap album coming out.
Still got my label, still got my groups.
But we need some doctors, lawyers, builders,
funding.
Yes, builders, everything. You know what I'm saying? And the brother needs funding.
Yeah.
So
I have one quick question. How often, or do you still go back to Ghana to? Are you gonna stretch the program out there as well? Do you plan on it?
My mom is down there, so she's already starting. But myself, I ain't been back in 25 years, so I'm actually going back this year.
Okay.
I was here for a mission, and getting this done now gives me the easiness to now say, okay, I can go back and actually be able to give something and develop something, because this is worldwide. Everybody needs to build homes, build their infrastructure.
Right.
Look at here in the United States, all our infrastructure is going down. We got sinkholes going on, I-80 down, so it's always something that no matter where we go, you can use. So this is the basics to all construction. Everything else evolves from there.
You know what? And it's funny. I was ready to segue into our topics, but before I let you go, I gotta ask you this question. So with what you do, is there any way you could tie that into what's it called? Habitat for Humanity? You know how they build homes and everything like that. I'm not sure, can you tie what you do into that or no?
Yeah, so the Sankofa Builders, Inc. is also a general contracting company. So I turned a nonprofit where they can actually purchase homes, and we could use that avenue to also rehab things.
Nice.
Dope. Okay. All right. That's good. I'm telling you, there's some good information.
And I want to build my little hut on somebody's land.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna need.
That's what we talk about. Yeah.
I'm gonna need
all that.
Well, I'm gonna invite y'all to one of my backyard functions, and hopefully, when he comes to my backyard, while he's eating a burger or wherever he eats and everything, he looks around and be like, you know what, Norm? We could do this to you.
No, it's funny because right next door to where he lives at, right? Don't I always say every time we come to visit, there's like a big lot. There's a vacant lot. And I always say, I said, I'm going to go find me a little house from Amazon or something and put it right next door to you. I'm going to come bother you every day. But we talk about it all the time, just as far as just creating, homes for people who need it. Because you look at homelessness and just in general, and it's insane how many people are just in the street, don't have anywhere to go. You know what I mean? So I know it's deeper than that, because you can't just go straight from homelessness and then move into a home. But for people who need,
what we're trying to do, we're trying to bring those wraparound services also. But the great thing about this is working with cities and different communities, we're able to also bring affordable homes. Some of these properties, whether my companies buy or anything else, we having the students or the apprentices also help cut costs by them helping build. we can actually cut the cost of these new homes and bring more low-income homes to the community. So we're trying to work every avenue and try to build our community as it's building.
Facts. I remember when I was in high school, right? So they used to have what was that called? The beauty shop where they teach was it cosmetology and all of that?
Schools, yeah.
Right? So they teach that in school. So when somebody wanted to get their hair done, right, and they didn't have the money to get their hair done, they go and let one of the trainees, do their hair, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And that's when it all goes bad.
Photech. That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot, bro. You know how long I've been out of school, so Photech. So they used to have that. So I'm wondering, like, would y'all offer like a service like that? Have one of your apprentices, whatever, work on somebody's house or?
Well, the way the program is set up, they have to be with a journeyman. So it's one-on-one. So they have to be with a certified person because we're dealing with houses, construction, whether it's streets. Because they're also going to be working with other construction companies who are employer partners. So they're going to go through like 3 months of just technical, and then you're actually hired through us with a company where you're going out there working on real projects as you learn, but you're getting paid just a little bit less. And as you go on, you get paid basically when you graduate. I think it caps off at $35 an hour, but as cost of living goes, we're going to adjust that.
Dope.
That's awesome.
All right, y'all. Listen, this been definitely an interesting conversation.
It's like going to have Boogie going over there building a house. Bathroom going to fall out. It's going to be all his fault.
Not with him overseeing. I saw how he get down. Nah, bro, that's the wrong spackle.
Yeah, because I was like, the way he flipping it, I'm like, okay, he fancy. Flipping a spatula.
Nah, he called him out and like, he did it wrong. This was done wrong. All right, I'm going to do it the right way. Listen, I ain't going to put nobody on blast, but I got one of my friends to help me fix the ceiling. It's still not spackled. This was like 3 years ago. You go into my den, right? You'll still see the sheetrock screws.
You know what?
You see the lines, everything like that. But thanks, bruh, for coming back, not coming back, helping me. It's still there. I know who to get the call now.
But it's crazy because like I think about the stuff that I've had to fix like in apartments that I've lived in by myself. But it also helped that I was raised by like my uncles and stuff. So they taught me a lot. Yep. Yeah, but I've done stuff and I'm kind of proud of myself because it's held up. Like I'm kind of nasty with it, even when it's with a little butter knife or whatever. You do what you got to do.
No, you got skills.
But I have too. So he see me. I've fixed a lot of stuff, but it's therapeutic. That's why I asked if you have women that come through because like. Even just fixing something at home to me, it's like, I'll be kind of feeling myself a little bit, but I know that there's more of a skill that's
Women are very intriguing about things, so it's a lot of things in finishing work that they do great at. Yeah. Especially when they're spackling. Like I see it nowadays, a lot of women are
satisfying.
Getting into the
There's something satisfying about it. Maybe it's just me.
And they have a whole lot of incentives for women to join the industry because there's such a huge lack of them. Right. People need to take advantage of it. You have that big old infrastructure bill that has a lot of funding for training, also women in the business. So
nice.
You just know.
Nice. So again, we say this to everybody. Once you come on our show one time, you're officially family. So there's something else you want to come back to us and talk to us about. Feel free to come back. Ulysses will hit me up. Listen, my boy want to come back up. Like, all right, man. All right. Don't abuse our friendship. I'm going to get him in. But nah. But see, this was dope, and this is long overdue because people need to hear this. And I'm just, happy we got a facility in Plainfield. And I know
that's always awesome, yeah.
Yeah, so salute to you, man. Keep doing what you do, man.
Thank you.
We rooting for you.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all, if you just joined us, you're officially on the Storm Warning Show. Listen, again, please follow this brother because you notice I say Jerry of Sankofa Builders. All right? And you notice I didn't say the last thing. I'm not trying to mess nothing up, but please follow him. And he's doing great things. And, again, if you can donate, if you can contribute something, please contribute, donate, whatever you can do so he can get to that mark. All right? Thanks for coming on the show, bro. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
No doubt. I love it. That was some good info, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Listen, I know some of y'all messy folks want to talk about some of this messy stuff. You know, so let's talk about
like
the
now that we was
stuff.
educated.
But first and
we're
foremost,
ratchet.
remember, this is going down Tuesday. If you are in the Union County area, it's going down Tuesday at Miller's Ale House. All right? It's going down, yes. Karaoke Tuesdays, and I'll be on the set doing what I do. All right, your boy DJ Storm Known the General and MC Naughty will be going down this Tuesday, April 8th from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Miller's Ale House, located on Route 22 in Watchung, New Jersey. Come on out. Let's have some fun. You coming out, right?
I'm hoping that I can.
No, we need you in the house.
I know, but you know, sometimes glamour duties be calling.
I know.
I'm gonna try to work it out.
Yes, and also don't forget, April 27th is going down at NJ Pack, right, with none other than Tyrese with special guest John B. April 27th. Get your tickets at njpack.org.
Get ready for an intimate evening. Tyrese. Up close and personal. It's Tyrese live. April 27th at NJ Pack with special guest John B. An intimate evening with Tyrese. Tickets at Ticketmaster. Brought to you by SJ Presents. Get ready for an intimate.
Listen. That's going to be off the chain. And again, check me out too. I will be on Pix 11 in May, so make sure you check that out. Shout out to Miss Jones and everything. I'll be on Pix 11 in May, doing what I do, doing what I love to do, man. And be talking to the people. Shout out to I'll be interviewed by Dan and Hazel of Pix 11. So make sure y'all tune into that. That's going down as well. Yes. Now let's talk about some things. And shout out to everybody on checking. Let's see, where do we go? We got so many different topics and relationship stuff to talk about. You know what I want to get into? Because I like her. So, remember of course, you know the group In Vogue. Of course.
Absolutely.
You know, In Vogue and everything. And then they replaced one of the members with Rona Bennett.
Rona, yeah.
You know, she's the female actress from the Jamie Foxx show.
Yeah.
And everything. And she could sing. She's dope. So, but, Dawn wasn't in the group. What's the other one? Maxine,
yeah.
Maxine wasn't in the group.
But now Maxine's back.
Maxine is back.
Yay.
But y'all heard about the situation with Dawn Robinson and everything, and, with her living out of her car and all this stuff like that. So I think she was talking to Angela Yee, and she was basically saying why, she didn't come back to the group. So she threw a little shade at Rona and me. And Rona's actually, me and Rona, we became cool Facebook friends, whatever. Like I used to join her groups and everything. She responded. We actually hit each other up. And she's like, hey, Norm, and blah, blah, blah. We got kind of cool. So I said, why you throwing a little down low shade on Rona?
Well, she said she said she liked Rona. She
said,
I think Rona's
heard that.
Sweet and whatever. But it was, it was
still a little low-key shade.
Yeah.
But I'm going to play the clip of her talking about it. Here's the clip.
Oh,
Dawn. I'm cool with you too, Dawn.
Don't get her started.
Yeah,
don't
no, she blacked out on me before.
I know. That's why I said don't get her started.
It's all good. I could take it though. All right. But why you want to act like that? All right. Here's the clip.
Anybody from In Vogue reached out, like watching that or seeing that, or do you still speak to them?
Good question. I was shocked by that. But they probably know I'm tired of going back and forth to the group. Every single time I go back, we have deals on the table that make sense to me and would make sense to anybody else who has a brain in their head. I'm sorry. I got to just speak truthful. This is who I am. They pick the wrong deal every single time. And so they know that I'm not going to come back and deal with their shenanigans again. So they're probably like, Dawn's not going to come back. No, I told them the last time we had the opportunity to do this the right way. Plus, Cindy and Terry have a member in the group that she's very nice to me. Like I said before, I did those 105 interviews in 2020. Very nice to me. Rona has never done anything nefarious or nasty in my direction. I like her. She's a very nice person. I just wanted to celebrate our fans with just the four of us because Rona wasn't there from the beginning.
Okay.
And I just felt like it was, especially in what was it, 2020, that was our 20-year anniversary, was it? I think. So 2010 was our 20-year anniversary. So I wanted to share that with the fans, what we created from day one in the trenches, in living out of suitcases on the road and shaking hands, kissing babies and hugging fans. I wanted to give that to the fans ourselves. without Rona around. And Cindy was like, it was just her and I in the room kind of going back to, because Terry kind of stands back and she lights the fire and then she acts like she doesn't do anything. So she's sitting there and she always did that. That was Terry's MO. And I said to Cindy, she said, well, Dawn, you know how she talks like Dawn, but you've only been with us for 13 years. Rona's been with us for 13 years and you were only with us for 8. And I said, yeah, I understand that, but Rona hasn't brought a hit to you guys, not one. and Maxine and I bring hits. I sang the biggest hit that we have. Like, come on. I mean, no offense to Rona, but let's celebrate. When we did the Alicia Keys thing, I want to say 2007 or 8. The girls asked me to come back, and Alicia Keys made it very, very clear that she wanted the original 4.
Right.
She didn't want any stand-in. She did, no offense to anybody, but she wanted the original 4, and the girls understood that. And they told Rona that she could not be there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why is it that when Dawn says it, or the fans are saying it even, they're not paying attention to that? They're still ignoring it, like as if they don't hear what the fans are saying. The fans are making it very clear that they wanted me, Maxine, Cindy, and Terry. And I'm not going to be where I'm not wanted, so I'm not going to fight to get back into something. I've already come back every single time you guys ask me to come back, and then you make stupid decisions, and I have to walk away.
Anybody from En Vogue reached out?
All right. So here's my thing. Why I personally think Dawn is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me use this example. So you got New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
Initially it was Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Mike, right? Am I missing somebody?
Ronnie, Bobby,
Ricky and Mike?
No.
Right? And then Bob and the group had a falling out.
Mm-hmm.
Bob left, did his solo thing. Johnny came in, right?
Then Bobby came back.
And Bobby came back, but Johnny was still in the group.
Right.
Right? So now when you think of New Edition, right, it was what, 5?
Yes.
And then with Johnny in the group is 6. So now when people think of New Edition now, it's all 6 of them.
Right.
Right? Because Johnny gave a hit or 2.
Absolutely.
Rona gave Rocket. Rocket was a big song for En Vogue. That's actually is one of my favorite newer songs.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs.
Right?
Of the
So
new ones, yeah.
so here's my whole thing, right? Here's my whole thing. She could have came back if she wanted to, right? And she should have been like, yeah, you know what? Rona's been here 13 years. I've been gone for a minute. And it just would have been a 5-girl group. Nothing wrong with that. That was shade to me. Just say you just didn't want to come back, right? Because everything can't be your way.
But honestly, like, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate at all. I'm just trying to understand her perspective. Like, I get it. I get being a part of something, especially
Ralph.
An R&B
Tracy,
group.
you're right. I'm missing Ralph.
Right, Ralph. Damn, we really didn't say Ralph.
Yeah, I'm missing Ralph. Sorry.
You know, when you're a part of something
Ronnie,
that's monumental,
Robbie,
like
Mickey, and Mike,
a
and
group.
Ralph. Okay, go ahead.
Ralph. Actually, Ralph should have been in the beginning. But like when you're a part of a monumental group, like En Vogue, you know, that's like, it's almost like looking at the stylistics, and even they do it. Like now we have all these different reviews. Like the Temptations went through how many member changes and whatever the case may be.
Right.
So I get where she's coming from the aspect of I was here first, and you know the majority of the hits and the majority of everything that was done with En Vogue, I was a part of that. Me. I get that. Like she just said, when Alicia had them on, that was crazy. Like I was, my flabbers were gasted because you know En Vogue was it for us.
Right.
You know, as far as us, you know, wanting to sing, they were the blueprint for us. So when they all came out, the 4 of them, it was dope because it's the original 4. But the same way she said that Alicia was like very adamant about wanting just, you know, the original 4, whatever the case may be, it could have just been a conversation. Even if you wanted to celebrate your anniversary, just you 4, just talk about it.
But that's when you say, right? Check this out.
As simple as a conversation.
But that's when you say, right? That's when the rest of the group, Alicia, listen, I get it, but Rona is the group now. And Dawn is back with us.
Right.
Maxine is back, but this is the group now.
But I remember when she did that because she also brought out, I think it was SWV and somebody else. So it was all like the original members of something that, you know, paying a tribute. So I understood it.
I get it.
But at the same time, it's like I also understand where you're coming from as well, because when it was like you said, New Edition, you can't say that about Johnny, because when you listen to Can You Stand the Rain, Bobby wasn't nowhere on that. And Bobby was it for a lot of people when it came to New Edition.
So Alicia Keys calls up Be Fine and Jared. Bring, bring. Hi, Be Fine, Jared, blah, blah, blah. I really want the original Allure to perform for this tribute. All 4 girls. What are y'all doing?
How much you paying?
So, okay.
We've always said that. We've always said if there was an opportunity and somebody wanted the original 4 to come and do a show or whatever the case may be, the stats got to be right. We're not going to just do it just to do it. We're not going to, because, again, the same way, and that's why I said I'm not trying to play devil's advocate, because if you look at us, we were originally 4 and we've never replaced her. We never felt the need to have to bring somebody else in to take Lenny's place, ever. No matter what happened, we always said, if we're going to rock the 3 of us and make the best of it, and we've done the best that we could. We haven't, I don't think we're doing that bad. It didn't make us or break us, but again, if somebody wants us.
I don't even notice till I look at the old album cover.
A lot of people say that, but again, we know that our fans are very, very biased. At the same time, like they still, and a lot of them are kind of like afraid to even mention her sometimes. And it's like she's still a part of our history. Like we're never gonna try to erase her. Whatever happened. But we're never gonna try to erase her from Allure because she's a part of it.
You basically just said the number had to be right.
The situation has to make sense and it has to be right for us to say we're gonna get back on stage together.
Right.
Because it's been how many years now without her? You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, not trying to erase her. But if we have to be together again,
right.
And then that's without conversation, without let's talk about what happened. Okay, we're gonna do it. Just make sure everything is right.
All right, I got you.
That's it.
All right. So I still think,
and then you can go back home after that.
I still think Dawn is wrong. She's wrong. So I'm for
yeah.
Dawn.
I mean,
for Dawn, she gets this from me.
Boo! You suck.
All right. So
I really would love to see them all back together because when they came out for the what was it, the finals? What was it?
I know what you're talking about, NBA.
Yes. What would you call it? I'm having a brain fart.
The finals.
The playoffs or whatever, right? The playoff weekend or whatever. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. All right.
It would have been nice. It would have been nice.
I feel you.
She's stuck in her ways, child.
Shout out to Terry on the check-in. Yeah. So let's talk about this. I really want to know. I'm glad that we got a troublemaker like Terry on this subject. I see you, Terry. So here's the thing, and I'm glad we got some of the fellas still here, hanging around, because I'll bring them into this topic too. All right. Is there something wrong with your mate liking photos on an opposite sex picture? So just say, a lot of people, have a big issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Say like somebody of the opposite sex, right? Post up a picture. And it's a sexy picture or whatever. Or just say, she's in a bathing suit. And your boyfriend or your man or whatever like that likes that picture, hearts it, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Right? Do you got an issue with it? Fellas, let me bring the fellas in, right? I'm bringing y'all on, too, in this one.
Okay,
because I need some backup. I need some backup because I see Tracy Abrams on, whatever, and I don't want to feel like, the females are jumping me. So I'm gonna bring my boys in.
It's just one.
I'm just saying. All right, so I'm bringing the fellas in on this one. So now, just say your girl, right? Just say your girl, whatever. You see her, she just happened to like a guy's pic. Guy posted up a pic like this.
What is that pose?
Right? No shirt on, whatever. And she liked the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have a problem with that? Beyond. Nah. Pull that mic closer to you. So, yeah. Yeah? You don't have a problem with it?
No. Nah, I don't have a problem with it.
Really?
Nah.
It's not going to bother you? Kiss? The opposite?
No.
You
said whom like you ain't hear me say no the first time?
So your dude, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a chick like this, got a picture up, whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
What is all this?
Right?
It's a person.
Right? I'm just saying. She half naked, whatever, and he hearts it. You good?
Isn't that what Instagram is for? To like people's
Okay.
content?
All right.
At the end of the day, I'm like this in the bed. Why I can't? The hell?
All right. So
now, unless he's liking and then now hitting the DMs and trying to start conversation, that's when I have a problem. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. We have eyes to do what? See. Even when you're married, that doesn't mean that you're dead inside. You can still see another woman and as a man say she's beautiful. And most women, like myself, I'm very secure to a certain extent. I have my little insecurities, but I've been in relationships where me and my man was like, damn, she's fine. That don't mean I want or he wants it. We're just complimenting her.
So
when it goes beyond that, it's a problem.
So let's watch this clip.
Oh, Lord.
The reason we don't like you following other girls or liking other girls' posts is not just because we're so insecure. It's because when you send that like, that follow, whatever, you are actively showing that girl that you have some type of interest in her. You are actively showing her that whatever relationship you are in right now does not matter to you. A lot of women have been through this before, and we do not like our men doing that. Because a lot of us women had already gone through that before, we know that like you just sent to us was not a, oh, well, I just randomly liked the photo because I liked the background. We know it's because you like what you're seeing. And if you're continuously showing that behavior after your woman came to you with the concern, you are clearly stating to your woman that you are not satisfied enough with what she has, that she's not pretty enough for you, that you find the girl who you followed or liked is more attractive than her. And then y'all men have the decency to get angry at us when we start dressing like the girl in the picture that you followed, when we start acting like the girl in the picture that you followed. Make that make sense? The reason we don't like you...
Does anybody agree with any part of what she said?
Young.
Yeah.
You said young.
Young. She young. Because most elder people, I'm at age, I'm not worried about what you're doing for how many likes you have. Look, I'm doing the same thing too, like you said.
Right.
We all have eyes to see.
Right.
But I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. You
know, now, the extra stuff you say, I mean, nah, that's young. Young and just how you think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I also, like I said, I also think there's a boundary that has to be set. And I'm not even saying, like, if you and I were dating, I'm not going to say these are the boundaries that we have. I'm not saying that, but there should be a level of respect that when you're in a relationship that you take part in. Again, if you have an Instagram page, if you're a good-looking person or just somebody whose personality is great, no matter what it is, somebody's going to find something beautiful in everybody. So you liking somebody's page on Instagram, that's what it's for. We don't come to Instagram to just look and then not say anything. But like I said, if it starts to turn into a thing where now you're DMing this person and trying to get personal attention or whatever the case may be, then that's completely different. But also, you just said something that just struck you. What was the first thing you said?
Young.
You said young, but you said something else after that.
No, he was like young. She coming from a perspective of a young person.
I just had a thought. I forgot what it was. I was saying about the whole, like, contacting the person directly or whatever the case may be. Oh, that's what it was. When she said about now you're following these women that you whatever. Because a lot of times, and I'm not just saying men, because women do this all the time. We sit here, and I'm just saying we for the lack of whatever. I'm not saying I do it. But a lot of times we'll sit here and say what our ideal man is or who we're attracted to or the aesthetic or whatever the case may be. And then sometimes end up with somebody who's completely the opposite. So now if your man knows, right, that he's the complete opposite of what you're normally attracted to, but you're on social media all the time, just invested, fully invested, that may give your man some insecurities to be like, well, that's what you want? Because I've been there where, you know what I mean? Arguments I had over Denzel Washington, he ain't thinking about me. I'm just saying.
Let me tell you something.
And that's not to say that he's my ideal. I don't have a preference. Like I go for personality first. You make me laugh. You make me feel safe. We good. But a lot of times that's a huge issue when men and women, you know, they attract the opposite of what they're aesthetically pleased to look at. That can become an issue because if that's the case, then go on and get that. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It makes your partner just feel insecure. So I understand what she meant from that perspective, but I do agree with what you said. She's coming from a very...
Some people settle, you know what I mean, for financial security and certain reasons. So they might be still strong and liking what they really like, but look over and say, I'm secured. So I guess so.
Because sometimes you got to go for medium ugly or medium whatever it is that you. No, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Like sometimes, men look at women and they're like, oh, I would kill to be with somebody like that. But then you think about what comes with her. She might be toxic. She might want you for the money, and maybe you want somebody who wants to build with you, and actually start from the ground up, as opposed to you just want me to have my shit together, so to speak. And everybody, right. I don't know anybody who has their ish together completely. So you have to be able to meet somebody halfway. But I think just the whole dating scene is just very obscure and
I'm not. I got more things to worry about.
Yeah.
Than my girl liking a dude's pic or whatever, or a comment or something. Like,
especially when she ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, my thing is, listen. Sandy, I got more female friends than I got dude friends.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
But she's always been like, Sandy's cool beans. Like as long as you don't overstep, because she will rack you, and I'll be right there to help her.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, my whole thing, especially what I do, my line of work is like, you know what I was in. Yeah, that you know what I was doing before you met me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be around. A lot of females and whatever like that, so, but she good.
And it's kind of funny that you're here because me and my friend were making a joke last week. We were in a cab and we drove by like a construction site. They were putting a building up and she rolls the window down. She's like, woo, like, doing stupid cat calls. I'm like, girl, stop. Because since I was younger, there's always been this like, kind of like obsession with girls and construction workers. I don't know what it is. It might be the fact that you're in uniform, and sometimes a dusty man. You got drywall on you when you come home. It's something that's like like ooh, it's a little bit exciting. So that's why it's like you don't know who you're gonna attract at all.
Right.
And sometimes somebody like that, or somebody who's just working at a an auto shop or whatever. You busting your ass every day. That's a trying man. And a trying man to me is way more pleasing than looking at Tyson Bedford, because I don't think he's cute at all. Yes, I said it because you were disrespectful to us, and I don't care. And everybody that knows me, that knows you, knows that I don't like you. So sorry. You were rude. I don't care.
You already know.
That doesn't make you handsome to me. Like, your attitude is, even with women, disgusting. Once
Yeah, Tracy Abrams said,
no.
I wouldn't have a problem, but I would take notice. Denise Sparrow said, as long as your significant other is coming home to you, that's all that counts. Facts. No,
I agree, but to some degree, because you could still be coming home and still be doing dirt.
All right, so Tasha Folk Watch, Tasha, what's good? Tasha said he might want to stop at liking it though. Don't be sending no googly eyes and crap.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, as long as you know that the person's not actually going out and, you know what I'm saying? Like, trying to make these things a reality, I don't think there's anything to worry about. Yeah. If you're secure in your relationship, then hopefully you are.
Listen. I've always been a low-key flirt, and it wasn't even to my knowledge. And then people just pointed out, like I'm nice to women. You know what I'm saying?
We're nice and we're friendly, and people take that as you're trying to be flirty. Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? It's like, with Sandy, she like, that's your personality. You know what I'm saying? Do you whatever like that,
But Sandy also has that personality where it's like, I got eyes too. You know what I mean? But y'all mesh well, so it's good.
Let me tell you, at this point in life, and at my age now, I don't give up. Blank. Do you. Enjoy life, whatever. As long as it's not disrespectful. As long as it's not disrespectful. I'm not going to stand over your shoulder. What you doing? Who you talking to? Who's that? You on the phone? I'm not going to do all of that.
So you don't think, well, not you don't think, that was a stupid way to ask a question. You're not one of these men that has to have access to his wife's phone? Like, you guys don't do that?
I don't care. We did all that in the beginning. Like, in the beginning stages, it was like, oh, you talking, like the very, very initial, right?
No, but I'm saying having access to.
I'm 9 years in, right?
Right.
I'm 9 years in. Peace. Oh, who you talking to? Bob? Bob, what's up? See you later. Yo, make sure, Bob, don't just sit at the bar with her, bro. Make sure you buy her a drink. I gotta go.
I
do not care.
To me, that's always just like,
I do not care.
I never agree with that. Like, I've never agreed with why you gotta be in your man's phone, whatever the case may be.
Do you?
You let things happen.
I'll see you when you get home.
They surface. Yeah.
I'll see you when you get home.
It's too much stress.
Yeah,
We got bigger fish
stress.
to fry.
Yeah, I don't stress over anything like that. So let's talk about red flags for men.
Yeah.
So, brother, I'm glad now we got the brothers against you now. Right?
I'm actually with y'all all the
There's
time.
certain red flags that we notice with y'all.
Yes. Okay.
That may kind of turn us off or may spark a little light in our minds. So I'm gonna let this young lady talk about the red flags, and then I want my brothers here to see if they agree or disagree with it. Okay. Here's some of the red flags.
All men notice in women. Let's go. Number 1, non-reciprocal energy. You hear a lot of women in the dating market saying when the right man comes along, you will not have to try. And although it's true that you won't have to try too hard, there's a difference between not trying too hard and not trying at all. You don't have to be thirsty. You don't have to come off desperate, but no man wants to be pursuing a woman that they feel is not giving them the same kind of energy in return. Number 2, unrealistic financial expectations. Somewhere in the modern dating market, we have communicated to women that it is totally acceptable to expect a man to pay for their hair or their nails for a first date, or to even go as far as to ask a man they barely even know to help them with their bills. Feeling entitled to lavish treatment or financial assistance from a man that you barely even know that's still trying to get to know you is an extremely unrealistic expectation. And social media has done a really bad job of making modern women think that that behavior is normal. Let me be clear. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man who's financially solid, but no man wants to feel like they're your walking ATM. Number 3, immaturity and uncontrolled emotions. Immaturity, uncontrolled emotions, acting crazy, all of that has been rebranded recently as being toxic. And there are a lot of social media channels out there that actually glamorize being toxic and encourage women to engage in this kind of behavior. When good men get a sense of that behavior, you lashing out, blocking their number, cursing them out, they either just stop taking you seriously from that point forward or they don't tolerate it altogether. Because you're coming across to him more so like a child who's throwing a temper tantrum than you are a woman who wants to be taken seriously as an adult. Number 4, probably the most controversial one of all, being too masculine. A lot of women will shy away from being feminine now because of the negative connotation that's associated with that in modern society. Whether you like it or not, the reality is that men like feminine women. Now, this is the part in the story where a lot of women will say, well, it takes the right man to bring out that feminine energy. Although I do think that there are some points of that are true, overall, I don't really agree with that. I think that as a woman, you either embrace your feminine energy and you walk in that, or you just haven't tapped into it. There are so many women in the modern dating market who have hardened themselves to steal because of the negative experiences that they've had with men. Blocking your feminine energy is often a defense mechanism for a lot of women. So that
I agree with old girl. Those are red flags for me. You know, especially number 4. If a woman don't have that feminine energy, I don't want a dude. If you acting like a dude, we can't rock. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want you to be soft and pink and all of that. But I don't want you to be a pushover.
I'm sorry.
No, I don't want you to be a pushover.
Right.
But I want you to be soft. Right. I want feminine. I want to feel like I'm with a woman.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, G. Yo, what's up, my dude? Yo, check this out. Oh, you doing Henny together? We gonna do that shot of Henny? So yo, I don't want that.
Of course, nobody wants that.
You know, some brothers dig that.
The thing is that,
and
then we fall into the gray area of course, no man wants somebody speaking to them as if she's a man herself because that's not attractive. It's like you're a woman, but it can't be that. And then also when I'm trying to be soft and I'm trying to express myself in a way, whether I get emotional and cry or whatever, that now I'm still being a problem because I'm telling you about how I feel. So it's like a no-win situation. You don't want aggressive, and then you don't want that because it's like, oh, you're just complaining about everything. So then what do? If something is bothering me to a point where it's making me feel hurt or making me feel a certain kind of way, my safe space is supposed to be able to come to my man and say how I feel and have you express yourself because I want you to feel safe when you open up to me as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know that that's not easy for y'all. Like, it's not easy for men to just open up and talk about their lives or talk about their feelings, especially to women, because sometimes we have this nature about ourselves where some of us don't listen and we just take it like, oh, you just being a punk, you being weak. That's not cool because you don't want nobody calling you a punk just because you a woman. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
There's gray areas everywhere you look. I think you just have to be mature and have some emotional intelligence about yourself.
The other one she said, red flag, was women that's immature.
Yeah.
you know, or whatever. Like they just
throwing stuff in your face
they just black out the simplest little things. You know what I'm saying? And want to block you for this or whatever. I'm mad at you for whatever.
I'm not doing none of that.
You come home, they're yelling at you, whatever, or you know, they keying out your car or they cursing you out in the street or whatever like that. Like some dudes, I hate to say, there's some dudes I know that like all that craziness.
Yeah, a lot, and I said that to my friend when he was like, "No, we don't." A lot of men like toxic women. Because they feel like as long as they're acting out and showing me something, I know she likes me.
No, but I like. Let me tell you where I'm at in my life now. I like when I walk home, when I open that door and I go in my house, it's peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's just peace.
Right.
You know, like, we good because your home is supposed to be your place of refuge.
Yes, absolutely.
When you walk in your door, you don't want to hear sounding like Dino. Y'all remember Fred Flintstone? In your ear, and it's like, yo, come on, let me just decompress.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing, you know, women got to realize when a man comes home, let him decompress first before you hit him with the bang, bang, zoom,
I've
zoom.
always said that.
And it's like, you know, and you got to pick up on the signs. You got to know how to read your partner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the worst thing in the world. When you with somebody for a long time, they still don't know how to read you.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why communication is so important. You know, you got to be able to read the person you with. You know,
I used to always sometimes say that I think I was supposed to be a boy at one point because I'm like the same. Like I've dealt with certain gentlemen. I'm still gonna call y'all gentlemen. I'm not gonna be rude, but where I've tried to be peace for the situation and they've just brought me nothing but chaos, and still expect me to sit there and be, oh, but what do you need? And do you need a? While you're just giving me mayhem, and I'm like, are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? So. Again, it just depends on who you deal with because it's not fair to take that from anybody. I don't care who you are.
Facts.
But if you're in a relationship, your partner is supposed to be your safe space. Your partner is supposed to be your best friend. And even in that doesn't mean that you have to tell me anything. I mean, tell me everything. Talk to me. But go with your boys too. Get out my face. Go have fun and come back later and I'll see you in the bed. Whatever.
Yeah.
But everything we think it's supposed to be that simple and it should be because that's the love that I grew up on. I grew up on healthy. You know, you get jealous sometimes. You might have an argument, disagreement, but you talk it out. And the love still remains. You know, there shouldn't be, I feel like there's just nothing but resentment when you talk about relationships now. It's like everybody's like, ugh. You know what? It's icky.
No, I get it. But you know what I'm realizing too? You know, why we talking about relationships? I realize some people get burnt so badly in a relationship.
Hurt people.
That they don't know how to bounce back from it. And it's like, you still got to live your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't care what she did to you, how much she might have played you or things didn't go right and this is the one you might have really wanted. Mm-hmm. You have to continue living and going with your life.
Right.
And if that wasn't for you, there's something else. There's something else for you.
That's facts.
But you can't carry over, not to quote Chris Brown, but you can't carry over residuals. You can't.
Yeah. No, you can't. But I do want to say this really quickly. Like I agree with what you said, but I also do believe that relationship PTSD is a real thing. People can put you through stuff that, even with me now, I've been through my things. Like I've been through situations where I've done this, and the person has given me this, but they complain about this, but still give me this, and I got that from Just Hilarious. She posted that the other day, and I was like. She was on point with that because when you sit around and you take so much from somebody because you've listened to everything that they've been through and you try to be a place of solace for that person because you're like, I don't want to repeat the same things that somebody else did when he was with her.
Right.
So now you're trying, and not even like you're trying to be your best self and show this man or this woman like, look, I'm not that person. Yeah. I'm not going to deal with, like music said, previous cats or whatever the case may be. But even sometimes those people, those are the most narcissistic ones because they walk around with this egotistical energy where it's like, well, I said what I went through, so now I know she's not going to do And the minute we do one little small thing that's not even close to it, but it reminds you of it, right away, oh, you just like all these other bitches. And then girls do the same thing. Oh, y'all all the same, whatever. Mm. And that's why I keep saying, like, the relationship, the pool got cocky in it. I'm sorry.
Well, I think mainly a relationship starts with self.
Absolutely.
A lot of people are trying to find... A lot of us try to find love and happiness
in another person,
and even peace in another person.
Yep.
Just being able to be by yourself sit alone by yourself and just enjoy that, just that experience alone. Now takes you from just being, or say, somebody's baton or somebody's friend, because you're looking for that experience from them. And I think that's the biggest mistake. I've gone through it for a while, so I just basically went through a period where I had to find self-love.
Absolutely.
You know, once I found that, I'm at peace with everything. Whether I'm in a group or in a room full of people, I'm by myself. And that's the best thing. You're not going to be worried about what a person is looking at on their phone, what they're doing, or anything aspect, because you know you found peace within yourself.
Facts.
And that's what's anything else.
Oh yeah, but it also gives you space to like really get to know yourself and understand what people were actually accusing you of, that you know that you weren't the problem, and now it allows you to just prepare yourself for somebody else and know who you should have in your space, and that's what's most
Felicia
important.
said we want to live in our femininity, but men need to allow us. Step up. I agree with the things she said, though. She also said, Fee said, we want, hold on, there's another part that I'm missing.
Denise said attitude means a lot.
Oh, you got that? See, I can't see that. And somebody else said, shout out to Mia Booker on the check-in. Mia, I see you. All right. What's good, Mia? Yeah, I mean, I agree. But let's talk about this real quick, right? Because I'm curious. Do you realize when a man's not really interested?
Absolutely.
And the reason why I'm saying is because I see a lot of females like when they see certain dudes or whatever, or you know, like they really want to get involved with a dude, whatever, and they just don't realize that he's not really interested.
I will say this: I think in the very beginning, it's kind of hard to tell, because in the very beginning, everybody's interested. You want to see where it's gonna go. You want to see if the sex is good. You want to go on dates and see what it is. But my last situation really, really, really taught me. I should say last two, but my last situation, no, because I mean, Jesus, God have mercy on me. But my last situation woke me up to the clues and just the signs that I wasn't really paying attention to, because I was so invested in, I want to make him feel good because he's been through so much and this, that, and the third. And I felt myself doing a lot, but not getting that same energy back. And then not even being included in his life the way I was including him in mine.
Right.
Now, like you said, when you sit by yourself and you look back at things, you're like, I let all this happen? This was really happening, and you was blaming me for this and that. I'm like, wow. So that's when you have to really sit back and just be like, you know what? I'm good on my own until God himself comes and goes, yo, that's him.
Right. Facts.
So, yeah.
Facts. So here's what, I want to know if we agree with this as men.
Okay.
So here's some signs that he's just not interested.
Yes.
Here's the clip.
This is the number one thing that you'll hear a man say whenever he is just not that interested. Here we go. A lot of men will tell you that they're busy or they have a lot on their plate or they're going through a lot right now, when the reality is that they're really just not that interested. 9 times out of 10, if you're talking to a guy and he's making comments like this, he's trying to prepare you and set the tone for his inconsistency and his minimal effort. This is a really nice and indirect way of saying, do not expect a lot from me. Do not expect commitment. Do not expect consistency. He's literally trying to tell you in so many words that he is not going to give you commitment. And it's up to you from that point forward to decide if you want to entertain that or if you want to move on. Men make comments like this so that they can manage your expectations. They make comments like this so that if he decides to ghost you for a couple of days and then he hits you up like nothing happened, he is expecting you not to trip because he already told you what it is. And the gag is, even if he is busy, even if he is being truthful and telling you this, it all means the same thing. He's not going to give you the commitment that you probably are expecting. So believe him. The reality is we're all busy. We're all juggling a lot of different things, but it's also true that we make time for things that are important to us. This is the number one thing that you'll hear a man say whenever he is just not that interested.
Yahtzee!
Y'all agree, disagree?
She ain't lie.
She ain't lie at all.
I ain't gonna front. But you know what? I look at my life, right? Because I've said that a lot. Like, yo, I'm really busy. I got a lot on my plate, whatever. But
were you being truthful, or you were saying it because
this,
you wasn't
this
really
would be somebody like I really like. Listen, yeah. But no, I told Sandy that in the beginning, like, yo, I gotta do blah blah blah. So she was like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing right now? And this is when we first met, right? And I'm like, I'm trying to work on this website for the station, and you know, I'm learning how to do it and blah blah blah. So it's a lot to it. And she's like, "So were you at the station?" I'm like, "Yeah." She said, "All right." She knocked on the door after I told her that, and she bought me something to eat. She's like,
That's the one for you. That's what I'm looking for.
Exactly. She said, you can't be working all this long and not eat nothing and blah blah blah. And while I was working on it, she sat right in your seat, like right where you at basically.
And that's how we should be.
So
that's what I'm saying.
That was the kind of clincher for me, because every other female was like, well, if you too busy, but then you ain't got time for me, and blah blah blah. There's no need for you calling me. You might as well lose my number.
Exactly my point.
You know what I'm saying? So.
And that right there is what my last thingamajig was, where it hurt me to the core because of the fact that I hadn't been that way with somebody in so long, and this person kind of like opened up the floodgates for me to, you know, the gates to feel safe and to feel. I don't want to say feminine because I think I'm always feminine. I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm loud. I like to laugh. I joke. I love music, whatever the case may be. But when it comes to like partnership, I want to be there for the person that I'm with. So if you say, babe, I'm not feeling good today, like I don't want to go out, I didn't get a haircut, blah, 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 I want to be able to say, well, here, even if you got it, here's $50, go get a haircut. Did you eat today? Here's something for lunch. Even if you got it. That's always been who I've been. But I hadn't had a chance to be that way in so long. So when you're doing all these things, but yet you're around my family, you're around my friends, you're meeting everybody that's dear to me, but everybody that's dear to you, I haven't met yet, and whatever. And still seeing this and thinking, well, maybe it's not right yet. After 3 years, you got to start questioning stuff, and it's like, how do you manage? How do you manage those feelings and say like
3 years?
3 years after a little bit of ghosting, after a little bit of you know. Things on my part as well, like, again, like me expressing myself a certain way and him not liking it, but I wasn't trying to be aggressive. I'm just saying this is bothering me because I think whatever. But the whole thing was that we weren't even on the same.
Yeah.
I don't think the feelings were mutual enough to where he was thinking it was going to go to where I thought it was. You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot.
It's back to like what Norm was saying. It's a key word that we're looking for. Like, I mean, a person who has a purpose or who's going somewhere who has been burnt once. Most men, we're going through that. Now we're working on ourselves to try to build our empire.
Right.
Yeah, we're not out there actively seeking. And I'm going to tell you, yeah, I'm busy. I'm a businessman. I'm doing this and I don't have time. But there's also key words that you're listening for. And that's what you heard, the key word. Okay, I'm busy. I'm doing this and that. But then she made it a point to come and be there for you. And that's what most of us are looking for, waiting for, basically, that particular thing. What's going to be the difference?
Right.
Are you going to look at my career path where I'm going through and you're going to stick by me, or you're going to show me how you're going to be able to fit in? Or am I just going to keep telling you, yeah, I'm busy because I've been burnt. You know, that's what being like. You've been burnt. You're not trying to pretty much deal with it again. So it's going to take something significant to actually raise your eyebrows to start looking at that person.
Facts.
Okay, that might be an option.
Let's
read and from a male's perspective, really quickly, from a male's perspective, do you agree with the whole saying of when they say, if a man really wants you, he's going to go get you? So even if you are busy, you're okay with still making pockets of time to say, if I am interested in this woman, I'm going to make pockets of time to spend time with her.
That's if she's worth it.
If she, exactly.
Yeah, Felicia said, what's the key word?
What's the key
Yeah,
word?
because you said key word. So she said, what's the key word?
Oh, it's the key word that you ate? Is the support. Being there for
support is
that
the key word,
person.
Felicia.
You know what I mean? Every man wants to feel like I have somebody when I come home that's there for me. You know, there's the saying that we always say, you know, only cats, dogs, mothers and stuff, you know how it goes. But you want that person that knows that is going to make sure you're eating the right diets. You know what I'm saying? Want to see you successful in doing it. That person that's there for you. And men are not loved unconditionally. And that's what most guys are looking for.
Let's read Denise comment.
She said preference, that one, right?
Yeah.
Preference is to be warm and fuzzy with my perspective man. However, being in my singleness, I am navigating into my space of always being alert in the streets, etc. Because I'm not in a relationship at this time. I enjoy being warm and fuzzy.
I feel you.
Yeah. And Felicia said men send the representative.
Yeah. But she also said got it. When you broke down that key word, she said got it.
Yeah. But I mean we all want that. You know what I'm saying? But I do honestly believe, because I say this all the time on the show and Norm knows it, women get a lot of attention all the time. We have support systems, we have outlets, we have support from all aspects of the earth when it comes to being single mothers, when it comes to child support, when it comes to all these things. And a lot of times we're always supported and protected. Meanwhile, a lot of us aren't even protecting our own situations because they're navigating it through a source of how you're going to help me. Like when we talk about child support, that ain't really for the kid. Majority of that is the women that are being selfish and, oh, well, you don't want to be with me, so take care of the baby, and I need this, that amount of because I need to maintain my nails.
Ooh,
I got to
you
maintain
touching
my
a nerve
weight.
with some females.
I don't care.
They're going to call in and be like, listen here, boo-boo.
Clap at your mama. I don't care. Because that's one thing that topic aggravates my soul so bad because I've seen so many men just get dug into the ground over these women that have jobs. They can take care of yourself. You can take care of your own kids, whether the man is there or not. But you're dragging it by dragging these men who I can't even say voluntary, who want to be fathers. It's not like you're dealing with a deadbeat. That I can understand. But for these men that are willingly coming and they want to take care of their kids and they want to make sure that their kids are fed and they have clothes and they're going, doing good in school, whatever. Why do you need? Like I was looking at whose story was that? Marlon Wayans. I sent it to you, where his baby mom's wants. That was so ratchet. His child's mother,
$17,000 a month.
She wants $18,000. She's getting $18,000 a month already. I think.
Mm-hmm. I thought she wanted $17,000.
Or she was getting less and she wants more.
Maybe you're right. I think
the point
$17,000. She wanted 35.
She wanted
or something
35
like that.
or something. The point is for what? For a 1-year-old? So let's keep it real. You don't want that for your child. You want that for yourself. And in my mind, I'm like, well, why aren't you working? What are you doing to maintain? Because obviously you're not together. So what are you doing to maintain your child? Why do you need to scrape this man's pockets so deep for a 1-year-old?
But
because you want to maintain yourself.
I
don't like it.
So let's segue into because we got
because that topic
we got
pisses me
16
off.
We got 16 minutes. Let's segue real quick into bougie women because you was like, what do you want that money for? So I'm gonna segue right into this topic.
That's ridiculous.
Do you agree with what this woman is saying right now? I want y'all to know. Put it in the comment section. About to play this clip for y'all. Do you agree with this? What this female is saying? Bougie women.
Hold on, because I'm trying to understand. And to the bougie ladies, y'all can help me understand in the comment section down below. What you mean y'all leaving y'all men? Y'all hard-working men that make sure they provide his food on the table and sometimes got clothes in your back, and even that's not his job. I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she got clothes. You feel me? I really think it's a woman's job to make sure she keep her nails and her feet done. What you mean you left the man because he can't afford you? What you mean? What y'all mean? Then y'all got women under the comments on my post about eating that Longhorn and Outback saying, well, the men need to stay out of their DMs or stay out of their way if they can't afford them because they not eating that Longhorn and they not eating that Outback. So what you want to eat? He put food in the crib. Cook it. It's not his job to do. It's not his job to buy you Fendi, Gucci, Chanel. It's no value in that. A man in his right mind ain't finna do that. Now hear me out. It's a plus when you ask him, babe, I need my nails and my feet done, and he pay for it. Babe, I want this bag, and he buys it. But it's not mandatory. He don't have to do that. And if he tell you no, that don't mean you leave him, or that don't mean he can't afford your lifestyle. That's ridiculous. You finna die with 9 cats and 2 dogs, and no ring on your finger. And there's a lot of men leaving these women because they really like, you know what? I'm sorry I can't be with this girl because I can't afford her. He got a job, he paying bills, and he keeping food on the table. And y'all still making the men feel this small. Oh, well, you can't afford my lifestyle. Or every time I ask him for money, he say no. You should have a job. And it's a plus if you have a job and a man tell you keep all your money. What you doing with your money? It was a time when us women couldn't work and we fought so that we can work. You got a job now. We can work. Go accumulate your own money. You want a $5,000 bag? You go buy it. You want $7,000 pair of shoes? You buy it. It's amazing, and it's a plus if we do find a wealthy man that'll be able to do that for us. You feel me? But it's not mandatory. And y'all got the nerve to be out here making real men that's working feel this little because they can't buy you a pair of $7,000 shoes. Not everybody's rich. Not everybody's wealthy. Some people just making it. And y'all got some nerve. And we already on a shortage of real men. Half of them is either dead or in prison. And y'all want to take advantage of the ones that's out here providing for their families and working, putting food on the table, giving you money here and there. And that's still not enough. Y'all out here making posts talking about I had to leave him because he can't afford my lifestyle.
Get a grip. A real man knows the value of $1. It's a man's job to lead and provide. It's not our job to lead, because God knows if us women had to lead, we'll drown ourselves in a damn hole. You gonna die with a turtle. Hold on, because I'm trying to understand. And to the bougie,
I'm gonna clap it
Die
up
with
for
a
sis.
turtle is crazy.
Yo,
she went in.
She went off, but was she right?
She was right. I agree with.
You disagree with anything she said?
Not really. No. Because
Not
like I said, I said plenty of times, the most attractive man to me is a trying man. That's all I need. As long as you try and you respect me and you make me feel safe, that's not too much to ask for. Because I've always been the type of person where I say, if I can afford what I can buy myself, I don't expect that from you. Your job is to lead and to, we all have our roles in relationships, and I feel like even women as well can kind of, fit into those as well to a certain degree. But it's different. It's different for women who are not out here looking for a man to cover the cost, so to speak. You know what I mean? If it happens, then so be it. Then God bless you. But that shouldn't be the sole purpose of why you're engaging with somebody, to see what they do for you.
So let's read these comments real quick.
Yes.
We got 10 minutes. And this was an interesting subject, but I want to get to this last thing with Dr. Umar.
Okay.
Before we end, all right, because we got 10 minutes.
So Felicia said, I agree. Anything I want, I can buy. And Tasha Folkwise said, I agree with her, but I think the women she is describing are not bougie. They are broke chicks that have nothing of their own. They're in a lot of cases. Yes, women looking for a come up. And then Felicia said, real women want security and love. It's simple.
Well, see, Felicia, I know this for certain. She was raised right, though. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Felicia from the old school, where it was about security and love. Right. But
then what you said it earlier when you said you've been burned or whatever and you don't want to get burned again. But this is the vicious cycle that we go through, because you have men that have been burned by women and women vice versa. So now nobody knows how to treat anybody.
Tracy
now everybody's
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Tracy.
Tracy got a point, but go ahead.
No, I was done.
Tracy said.
She said, why are the good men usually attracted to that type of woman? Good men usually bypass good women.
Yeah, good men usually bypass good women because you know what? We get caught up in the traps, the thirst traps. Sometimes we do. Mm-hmm. The Instagram thirst traps and this, that, whatever. Right. And then we realize there's no substance, right? And so a lot of times when you meet a woman with substance, like when I was just describing what made me push that button when I got with, Sandy and everything like that, because I saw substance, right? I overlooked certain things and I saw substance. So my whole thing is, my whole thing is like, I'm like, damn, do I really want to bypass a good woman for all this glitz and this and that, all this special effects? Yeah, the special effects and fast cars and all of that. Mm-hmm. So it's like, again, it comes with maturity though.
Yes.
And a lot of brothers don't mature until it's too late, but once we do mature, it's like, we know what we can just walk past. Yeah. She all right, but anyway.
Well, sometimes you got to decide whether pretty is in a perfect package or not, because it's not always so.
Facts.
So Denise said, I'm so non-materialistic. If my man has integrity, loyalty, and honor our relationship, I'm awesome. Felicia said, yes, Tracy. And Tasha said, Tracy Abrams, some men have a need to be needed.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think everybody want to feel needed. Yeah, everybody kind of want to feel needed. Like, if I don't feel like you...
But I think she's coming from this perspective of, like, now there's a saying where they're like, these men nowadays want to be chased. They want flowers and they want... I don't see nothing wrong with applying pressure, but I'm not going to apply pressure to a situation that doesn't want me. I'm never doing that shit again. And I did it before. Worst decision I probably ever made in my life, because when you start pouring into somebody so much and you forget about yourself, now you're left with crumbs. And then when the person doesn't even want you and it doesn't work out, now you hear like, what do I do next? And that's when you got to cage yourself up and say, you know what? Self-love, take some time for yourself or whatever. And then hopefully the next person that comes along will be receptive to what you have to offer.
Facts.
On any side.
Facts.
Yes, I don't think that's just a female thing.
Yo, I'm loving y'all.
Felicia said we need them. We need each other. Yes.
No, we do.
Absolutely.
We do. But I'm loving your perspective on everything tonight that we're talking about. I want to touch on this last thing before we go. So I got to ask y'all a serious question, right? So how many in this room got children?
Yeah, I do.
All right. So if your child came to you, right? And your child let your child let you know they were either gay, lesbian, or whatever case may be, right? And was like, and I have, your daughter was like, Mom, I have a girlfriend. Or your son was like, Dad, I have a boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Let's keep it 100. We're going to have some real conversation right now.
Okay.
Right? Would you still love your child unconditionally? Would you be upset? Would you welcome their partner into your home? How would you handle that situation? Let's have real, honest, open dialogue. Because a lot of people was waiting for this part of the conversation. I knew that I was going to bring up this subject.
His brain is frying over there. I can smell it.
Honest.
So let's go. Real honesty.
My friend, you know I'm from Africa. Eh?
Yes. Eh? No, go ahead, break it down.
This one is harsh, my friend. I don't even think it's just harsh. That one, we're gonna have to do some rehabilitation, man. And I'm gonna have to pass that one. Culture-wise, deep, very strong.
You're saying for either or, whether it was your daughter or your son, you feel the same just across the board?
I am from very rooted people. So
No, I get it. I get it.
It's being here, being Americanized. We say, okay, but to be it.
But even with knowing that they still exist, even from where you're from, because I've had these conversations with a lot of people, and it's always a cultural thing most of the time.
But it's hidden if they are.
Yeah, absolutely.
They don't really run around. It's just
they down low with it.
Yeah, very. I mean, we come from a culture where that's not something that we do. 100%. So to even bring that to the household or to even bring that to your family members, it's like very, very harsh. It's still something that they're dealing with. So, son, it wouldn't be, not at this point. Won't disown them, but it's a very tough thing to say.
To get adjusted to.
Tasha Folk Wise said, what was the question?
She said, what was the question? Yes. What did you said if you have a child and your son or your daughter came to you saying that they were gay, right?
Yeah, that they were gay.
That they were gay. Would you accept the situation? Right.
And two, would you allow their partner?
Right. Would you allow for them to be able to live their lifestyle freely in your home?
Now, here's what thing that made me ask this question, because I was having this conversation after Dr. Umar. Y'all know who Dr. Umar is, right? Yes. Came out because him and his daughter been going back and forth on social media, right? So basically, his daughter is gay, and he said how he felt about it, and I'm like, wow, you know what I'm saying? This is a dude that a lot of African Americans sort of look up to. I'm not big on him. I'm being honest. I'm not big on Dr. Umar. I disagree with some of his thinking, his logic, and all of that. Right. But I'm entitled to that, and I'm not one of those that's like Dr. Umar, right. My brother. Nah, because I don't rock with everything that he said. So when I saw how he kind of responded in reference to his daughter, and I'm gonna play the clip for y'all right now, I was like, wow, okay. But when I listened to Brother Jerry over here say what he said, I have more respect for how you said it than how he said it. Here's the clip.
You said, when I get married, will you walk me down the aisle? Baby Smurf, if you are marrying a man that I approve of, I will walk you down the aisle if you would like. If you marry a man, I understand that you have been drafted into the Rainbow Army. I don't agree with that at all, but I love you as my child. It will not affect our relationship, but do not ever ask me to co-sign or support something that I am vehemently against. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman. Let me say that one more time. I will not walk you down the aisle if you're marrying a woman, nor will your wife be allowed in my house. You will be allowed in my house. Your wife will not, because I do not support that lifestyle. I love all African people. I love you as my child. I love all African people. I love you as my child, but I will not co-sign that. Mama Smurf, I can't believe you let our daughter get caught up in that nonsense. Mama Smurf, I cannot believe you allowed our daughter to get caught up in this nonsense. You should have gave me my baby. I'm talking to Mama Smurf. When you knew you ran out of energy raising our child, when you knew you didn't want to raise her anymore because I wasn't going to marry you, you should have gave her to me. You said, when I get married, will you
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Jeez.
I feel like his opinion is his opinion. How he feels is how he feels. Whether you respect it or not, that's how he feels. The one thing that I don't agree with, that's like saying if something strange was to happen and my daughter had to go live with her father, and all of a sudden my daughter, I find out that my daughter is seeing a woman or whatever, I'm not blaming that on her dad. Like, because he was saying Mama Smurf as if he was blaming the mother, right? How is that the mother's fault? What your daughter feels. We can't blame the other parent.
He's saying is how
people do that.
She raised them.
Yeah, but people do this all the time, and it's like the parents get blamed for what these children are doing, and we keep forgetting that as parents, we're all parents in here. How many times have we told our child not to do something, do it anyway? How many times have we tried to shelter our kids from certain things, and they did it anyway? I've had several conversations with my daughter about sex and, having kids and whatever the case may be, but I became a grandmother at 32. She's not the first and she's not the last. I'm not going to crucify her or make her feel terrible for having a baby at a young age because, no, I don't regret my grandson. He's my heart in human form. But at the end of the day, I've gotten blamed for that.
Yeah, but that's
although we're teaching them,
totally
they still,
different situation.
It's
I get
different,
what
but
you're saying.
it's still you're blaming Mama Bear or Mama Smurf for the fact that your daughter's gay, but your daughter grew up liking women. How is that anybody's fault but her preference?
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, whether we agree with it or not, the thing is the parents shouldn't be held accountable for the choices that the kids make because that kids, they don't listen to us anyway.
Right.
They're gonna always do the opposite of what we teach them and what we say.
We got a lot of.
That's how I've always felt.
Got a lot of commentary.
Yeah.
Denise
said I would be surprised because they did not bring off that energy. However, I would be accepting because I love them. The way of the world, I would be worried for them in these difficult times. Also, I would be accepting in my home.
Tasha folk
Tasha
wise.
said, I care more about the character of my child than their sexual preference. Felicia said, co-sign and support is the same, right?
Yeah.
Denise said, wow, deep. Shaniqua, hey, bestie. She said, stop, he's a clown.
And Felicia said, he's a dummy.
Felicia said, he's a dummy. It's the mom's fault. See?
And Tracy.
I would love my child unconditionally, but I understand other people being not accepting of it. We can't accept everyone to feel the same as us.
Yeah, listen. I spoke before on the show about, like, my son, whatever. Like,
yeah.
He may be gay, may be bisexual. I remember when my son was coming up as a teen, and he had girlfriends, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then, society started changing and it was okay to be bisexual, whatever like that. Then, like, I don't know. I'm not around him 24/7.
Right.
But either way, I just really honestly care that he's healthy and that his mind is right and that he's doing well in society. I never really cared about who somebody lay down with. You know what I'm saying? I know what I do. Right. I gotta worry about me. Mm-hmm. And so I'm not really concerned. And then, again, I think people get so much caught up into that. Like when I listen to Dr. Umar, it's like, man, love your child just unconditionally. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your brother that's like that, if that's your sister that's like that, and you disagree with that lifestyle, then you disagree with it. Right. And you know how you feel. I disagree with it, but that's you. It's not me.
And you can still love them, but still feel indifferent.
But I'm going to support you.
Yeah.
If that's your decision, I'm going to support you. There's so many other things to worry about. I worry more or less that, you know, if my child's gonna wake up, you know, the next day, or is my child gonna be safe, you know, in life. That's what I care about. I don't care about all this other stuff.
Yeah.
It's too much other crap.
I mean, but I get where I'm sorry. I hate to. I just logged out. Who just said it? That they said with the way of the world today. I think that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Like no matter how we as parents, we're gonna feel how we feel, and it's okay for us to feel right, wrong, or indifferent because we're not supposed to agree with everything. But for the most part, for me, is just the world that we live in, because even though we may not agree, we're not going to still hurt our children, but there's other people that want to. You know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Once your child becomes an adult, even though they're always going to be a child, you can't micromanage your children.
Yeah.
You can't really micromanage them because they're going to rebel against you, or
they
they're
do it when they're little.
They're going to resent it anyway. So you can't micromanage your child's feelings and who they like and who they love and who they associate. You really you can't do all of that. All you can do is pray and wish the best for them, you know, and just hopefully that they're safe out in this world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if that's you, you know?
Yeah.
If that's the lifestyle you want to live, whatever. If you my daughter and you choose a woman, that's on you. Whether I disagree with it or not.
Because you're not dealing with it directly.
Yeah, I don't love you no less, you know, so, you know. A lot of other stuff we got to worry about right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
I want to know if I'm going to have Social Security when I retire. You know, I want.
Yeah, it's hard being a parent. I have to pull myself back a lot from being mama bear because like I only have my one and done, and I have my 2 grandkids, but she's still my baby. You know what I mean? And she still has that mindset. She's not childish, but she still has that mindset where she's still learning as well. But I have to pull myself back sometimes. Like, okay, you're about to be 30. You have these 2. Mommy will shut the hell up, and I'll let you decide because you're an adult at the end of the day, and you have your partner. That's for you guys to decide. And sometimes they'll bring me into conversations, and then I dread it because then, you know, because my daughter knows. I tell her when she's right and when she's wrong. I'm not going to defend you when you know you're dead ass wrong, you know. And we have conversations all the time, but sometimes I have to pull back because I'm like, you know, I don't want to be that mother that's always concerned and always involved when you're grown and you have your own situation, because I don't want nobody telling me what to do.
Facts.
So, but we all need advice sometimes, even me at 48.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody, man, that was on the check-in. Y'all had some interesting comments, great comments and everything. This is what we do here on the Stone Warning Show, man. We talk about real issues, real things, real life, and all of that.
And you also learn how to build houses and
listen.
And what kind of programs you can.
If you are a black business owner
yes.
and you want to come on the Stone Warning Show and tell us what you do and what you're about and promote your business, hit us up. You know, you can inbox us. You know, I'm on Facebook. I'm on IG under DJ Storm Norm BKS. You could DM me, whatever. She's under Finding My Purpose.
Finding My Purpose 10.
10.
Yes.
On IG, and just hit us up and come on the show.
And for anybody who just started watching, you can play it back because you really should go back and listen to Jerry's information about the program that he's leading right now under construction.
Awesome.
And just follow him, support him. If you have anybody who's looking to learn new trades or whatever, please hit him up. Repping the city of Plainfield in a big way, and it's very imperative that we support our black businesses the same way we support Nike and Timberland and all these, you know, these other brands who kind of don't even give a shit about us. So let's start supporting people who actually care about, you know, our children's future and just support, man. That's
no
it.
doubt. And listen,
so easy to support.
Because the next show, Sandy's birthday, will be over when we come back next Thursday.
Yes.
So everybody say happy birthday to Sandy.
Yes.
Happy birthday to Sandy.
Happy birthday, boo-boo.
Yes. She'll be another year older. I ain't gonna give her an age. But if you know my age, then you know her age.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. But
she's still a young whippersnapper.
Yeah, and for those that know, we are having a little
boo.
birthday celebration for her Sunday.
Yes.
An early one. 2 to 6. If you got the information, you got it. If she put it out there, she, you know, or if you got a text from somebody, you got it. And we'll see you Sunday.
Absolutely.
And also, too, you know, the celebration continues. This Tuesday, I will be rocking out at Miller's Ale House this Tuesday. Karaoke Tuesday, y'all. Come through, grab the mic, get crazy, sing some karaoke, whatever. We're going to be in the building. We're going to have a lot of fun. That's this Tuesday, 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. at Miller's Ale House. I'll be rocking out with MC Naughty. He'll be on the hostess with the mostest, doing what he do and everything. I'm going to be doing what I do. I'm going to be bringing the vibe. I'm going to keep it classic. You know how I get down and everything, but we're going to have a lot of fun. So grown folks, come on out, 7 to 11 p.m. We're going to have a good time, man. We're going to have a good time. Miller's Ale House this Tuesday, April 8th. All right, come on out and have a good time. And also, shout out to Ms. Jones. Shout out to the whole crew. But your boy would be on Pix 11. I will be on New York's very own Pix 11 News in May.
Yes.
Coming up in May and everything. So stay tuned for that and everything. Make sure y'all check it out. I'll be doing what I do and also talking to the morning show host on Pix 11. Again, shout out to Ms. Jones and the whole Pix 11 crew. So that's going down. Don't forget, man. Tyrese is going down April 27th. And John B. with special guest John B. April 27th at NJ Pack. Going to be off the hook. Get your tickets. Just go to njpack.org. All right. And there's some more exciting news coming up. So stay tuned. Rock with us. We'll be back next Thursday on the Storm Warner Show and everything. But I got to give a quick shout out again to all the birthday folks that got a birthday this weekend, but especially Sandy B.
Yes, and I want to give a shout out to my niece, who was my baby before my baby, Sheree. You know Sheree. Her birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday. I love you. She's just an outstanding young lady, and I love her so much. I just want to acknowledge her today.
Absolutely.
Love you, boo.
Yeah, and my boo going to be years old. She's gonna be years old. I ain't gonna tell her age and everything. But
she can still drop it like
again,
it's hard.
You know my age, you know her age.
That's
but,
it.
We're gonna have a good time.
Listen, it's good just to be alive, man.
Yeah, because her
That's
birthday
always a
party this
blessing.
Sunday is gonna be karaoke and a game day.
It's gonna be a day.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes.
You know how we get down.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're gonna have fun and everything.
Can't wait.
So hope to see
Love
y'all
you,
there.
boo.
Just if y'all want to come, just hit up Sandy. You want to come hit up Sandy or myself and be like, yo, I want to come through this Sunday for what what y'all doing and celebrate Sandy's birthday. All right, happy birthday, boo.
Happy birthday.
Love you, mama. Love you and all of that. Kisses, kisses.
Jigga.
I'll be home after I finish drinking. Nah, but my boy, again, also shout out to my boy Ulysses too for bringing Jerry
Thank
through
you
and
so
everything
much.
to talk about his business. And again, remember this show is never about us.
It is always about you.
Because you are the next best kept secret. See y'all next Thursday.
Love y'all.
Peace and blessings, y'all. We out. Peace.
God bless.